gals, minions, different shapes and sizes. It is me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some more Titanfall 2 pre-alpha tech test gameplay. It's such a freaking mouthful. We're playing some more Titanfall 2. I tried to play as much of it as possible to try and get all the guns in the game, but with the time constraints I have at the moment with my job and just live getting in the way and stuff, couldn't get the shotgun. I really wanted to play this game with the shotgun. It costs like 500 credits to unlock, and there's only like a level cap of like 10, so you can't even like unlock it at level 11, which is just really upsetting. And there's also, it's 2v3. For some reason, there's like barely anyone playing at 3 o'clock in the morning, which kind of makes sense, I guess. I'm just a night owl. This is like the only time I get to play a game, and no one's freaking playing it. But we are doing it with the sniper rifle, so there's some really good sniper rifle gameplay here. This is the first, or is it the second sniper rifle you get? This one's kind of like an M1 Garand in a sense, where you don't start off with like a long-range scope or anything. You actually just get like a iron sighty kind of. Yeah, I'd probably see it as like an M1A1, is it called? You know, the carbine kind of gun that you get in Battlefield and such. I'd probably class it as that, but really fun weapon to use, really hard to wield though, because the game has no aim assist, which is something that was kind of baffling to me, because generally with these types of games which are so fast and so frenetic, you generally expect them to give you some form of aim assist, and so it's this game where the sniping, you have to like really use your skills, really use your skills, and this is one of the rare moments where I completely whoop ass with a sniper rifle. Like, look at this guy's butt cheeks, they just get blown into a second hole, which is amazing, which is just fun. And then I punch this guy in the nuts. I mean, it just works, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's just fluid. Get a guy in the back side, and then get him in the front side. We're also playing as the kind of like copy pilots, which basically means that they can actually make copies of themselves like in holograms. I think they're called holo pilots. They're called holo pilots. You see me popping it around like all the time, just trying to see if maybe it actually works. Like, this gameplay shows like fantastically that the actual copies really work when it comes to their holograms, because I don't think there's actually anything that gives them away as actual holograms. Like, they just look completely normal. Like, to you they have like a blue outline, but to enemies they just look like soldiers, which is awesome, which is so cool. And so you can actually like trick people. It doesn't feel like there's something that they can see around it. Like, say with cloaking, there's always like a little bit of a haze, there's always a little bit of a blur moving around like a ghost, you know. But in this there isn't. I think you have to like shoot them, and then obviously you'll realize they're not dying, or because they're not really moving, you can run forwards and then press the holo pilot button, and then it'll also make like the holo kind of like projection, and it'll show them running. But there's nothing really like giving them away as like instantly where the guy will just go, oh, I know that's like a holo thing. It actually works. It's actually like a justified ability, so when you're playing as this character, it makes sense. And so it really makes sense too as the sniper, because it means that you can actually say like put 3 of you like 2 copies next to you, and then that person has to try and like figure out who is the copy. So you put like 2 on the left, and then you could be like on the right. And then they're gonna have to think, well, it could be the guy on the left. It could be like that cup game where you have like the little ball and stuff, and they have to try and figure it out. I like that. I think that's really fun, really awesome. Gonna get my Titan though. I really love the Titan gameplay in this game. It's so much fun, and it's one of these things where in the original Titanfall I loved playing as the Titan. It was just so good. I found though that in Titanfall 2 they've made it very limiting. Like, even though the matches go on for, say, like, 15 minutes, you generally only get around, like, 2 Titans. In the original Titanfall, you were always getting a Titan. Like, you'd kill a few, like, minions, like some of the little AI characters, and then you'd actually get that Titan really quickly. But now it's actually more pilot v pilot, and I mean, I appreciate that. I think that's really cool. It's, again, like I said in the last video, the Titan is more of like a wild card. It's this thing where it can be like a tide turner in a sense, and I do appreciate that, but I do hope that they maybe bring back the original attrition, because I think this is more about Bounty Hunter as a game mode actually affecting that in a lot of senses, because like the way that the points are distributed and stuff, it's like it's very short in that sense. So maybe it's just more about the game mode. If they do bring out attrition again, because it seems like they're maybe like spotlighting other game modes for you to try instead and make sure that they work, and then they can come out as the packaged like real deal with attrition, which was obviously the original really popular game mode in Titanfall. If it goes back to the original Titanfall game mode attrition, then it'll work, because you were always getting the Titan stuff, and it was like, were the matches like 20 minutes or something, and you were like the actual score limit was actually quite hard. die. So I nearly kicked my teammate in the face there. But it was this thing where it actually kind of like worked because the length was really good, the score limit was really good, and it means that you could actually get your Titan a few times and have a go at it, you know? But like in Titanfall 2, you don't really have that. Like maybe you'll have like 1 or 2 goes, and also they're very weak. Like something I found is that they're very, very weak. But then it kind of like balances itself out again because if you kill a Titan, you get loads of your cooldown gone from actually wanting to summon a Titan. So in a sense, it's that the game wants you to be a pilot fighting Titans, not just hoping you get a Titan and then fighting a Titan as a Titan. Is that too many words? And again, look, so doing this whole thing of like confusing the person with those holo projections, this guy here was like shooting, I don't know, he went over the fudge, when he like Batmaned off somehow, there he is. But I put those little holo like pilots like one on that side, the other one on the other side, and I was just kind of like experimenting this match and seeing if it works because I don't really use this character. This was like the second time I tried using this pilot, and look, it actually like works out. The guy who's actually trying to take this point is actually thinking, oh my goodness, there are like loads of pilots around and stuff. And so I'm just watching, I'm just witnessing this happen, it actually unfold. Trying to be a bit of a sneaky sniper too. You know, you gotta be a sneaky sniper sometimes. And again, look, so if you actually do it like moving forward just a little bit, then the character will kind of like set out his kind of like holo projection running, which is kind of cool. So it means that they can actually be animated at the same time, which I kind of like. What is your opinion of the holo pilot? Comment section below, I would love to know. And again, there is no aim assist in this game, none whatsoever. So it's this thing where you're trying to kind of like, you're trying to like make do with the whole kind of like really fast aiming because the game does have like a really fast turn radius. So you can change that as well. One thing to mention is if you want to do like move your camera slow. Oh, I actually died. Oh, so depressing. Ugh, someone come to my funeral. But it's this thing of like, if you do want to make that faster or slower, you can do that. But because of that aim assist, or lack thereof of that aim assist, it means that sniping is very difficult. Like you kind of have to like do the sniping properly. It kind of makes me realize that maybe this game was much more catered towards like a PC audience, maybe, which is really odd because the community for the PC version was like pretty much like dead on the rival, which was kind of like sad. Well, it was one of those things where they were focusing on the Xbox version, obviously, because it was supposed to be one of their like launch titles and everything like that. But like, you'd think that with a game like this, been so fast and so quick, another really good game, like when it comes to like first-person shooter mechanics, was Killzone Shadowfall. The multiplayer in that game is really, really good, but they had a little bit of aim assist, just a little tiny schmidge, and it meant that the sniping was actually really accessible to people who aren't very good at sniping. Obviously, people who are very good at sniping could just whoop like some serious butt cheeks, like they could just like clean house because you have that little bit of aim assist. But for people who sucked, it actually kind of worked. Like, I'm really bad at sniping, but in this, like, one match, I do really well. I don't even have a freaking scope. Maybe it's because I don't have the scope on me or something, I'm not too sure. But I'm benefiting. I'm killing Space Marine 49, as you saw there. And I would love to know, if you played this, if you played Titanfall 2's Alpha Tech Test, then what did you think to it? Did you actually like the weapons? I mean, the guns have like a really great feel, in my opinion. What did you think to the Titans? What did you think to the amount of Titans that are on the field? What did you think to the maps? The one issue that I've had with this game, or with this little tech demo, is that the maps feel very small, and this is actually an editorial video that I'm going to be bringing up very, very soon, is about how, look at that amazing explosion, that was like awesome effect, but like this thing of how multiplayer maps, when they're very, very small, it means that fun can be taken out of them because of, say, spawn killing. And not only spawn killing, but people spawning in behind you on the opposing team and then killing you in the back. Like, one thing I always find when I'm playing games like Titanfall or Call of Duty is that the majority of my deaths are in the back. They're always in the back. People are always, like, spawning in, going around the corner, and then just finding me, you know? Like, I'm just playing the game, I'm expecting to see someone in front of me. And I've mentioned this before, is that Battlefield did this really well, where one side spawned on one side and the other side spawned on the other. And so it kind of like worked. Again, putting those holo little grams down, it's so cool, so useful, and I don't know, I'm really liking this holo pilot. I think it's really, really badass. But again, I would love to know your opinion of that. I would love to know, do you think that maps need to be a lot bigger when it comes to these types of conquest warzone kind of things? I mean, I would love to know, because personally I think it kind of bugs me. Like, Titanfall needs bigger maps. Like, the original Titanfall had some really big maps. You spawn on one side, the other team spawn on the other. But in Bounty Hunter, it doesn't seem to be that at all. It seems that everyone spawns all over the place. Maybe that's to do with the game mode. Again, I don't know, but I'd love to know your opinion of that. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. A little bit of small community population ponage with the sniper rifle. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really fun. I'd love to know your opinion on the sniper rifle. What's one of your favorite types of weapons? I would love to know. But it's been me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some Titanfall 2 pre-alpha tech test gameplay. And I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.